Toy Weekend is back, CollectorCon Penrith, May 2024, and we have 3 halls full of over 350 plus tables of toy goodness. Now you would have seen we had the early bird tickets, we were standing out in the cold and in the fog, but our adrenaline was pumping, ready to get in there and find some toys for our collection. So let's have a look at what the store owners had at their stalls and a few of the items that we added to our collection. Let's go, guys. So as I said, CollectorCon Penrith now has 3 halls open with toy goodness, because for the past few months we've only been able to have 2 halls because of renovations. So we took the opportunity to run straight into Hall 3, the newest hall that they just opened, and one of our favorite vendors, Owen from Here for Toys, had his stall set up. Now Owen is known for having complete vintage turtle goodness, Mighty Max complete, Batman, a lot of vintage toys Owen has, and his stall didn't disappoint again. So as soon as I got there, I noticed Owen had a few of his sort of rarer pieces on shelves behind him, and I asked him if I could go in and have a little video of those items. And as soon as I started videoing, I noticed the item that I first wanted to pick up for the day, and it wasn't a cheap item, but it was still a damn good price. Now that was Killer B, all right, a 1991 vintage TMNT Mega Mutant. Now I said to Owen, 2 questions: how much is it, and is it complete? And he answered, yes, it is complete, and gave me a dollar figure. And it took me 2 seconds to go, yep, he's coming home with me. He's on my focus list for this year. He's on my Holy Grail list for this year. So it was a no-brainer. So Killer B, he escaped from the jail. So you can see he actually has his little jail hat on, but he also comes with all his weapons. So he comes with his little gun, his little saw, and his handcuffs that go on there. So he is the villain when it comes to the Mega Mutants. And I'll show you Needle Nose, who is part of the Good Guys line. So these 2 items, kind of the Holy Grail collection piece for the vintage line that I was really hunting for in the past few years. So it was really nice to find him in great condition and at a great price. So thank you heaps for that, Owen. But it didn't stop there at Owen's booth. I picked up another item that I was just holding in my hand while I was looking at Killer B, and that is this Chip Hazard from 1998 movie Small Soldiers. So this is the platoon leader, and he comes with one of his guns. And the main reason I picked this guy up is because I'll show you the one that I have in my collection now, and you can notice that this is a massive upgrade. The one I have looks like it's been used as a dog's chew toy. So it's nice to get a nice clean representation of Chip into the collection with one weapon. Still not 100% complete, but he sits proudly there on the shelf with the other Small Soldiers figures that I had. And Owen, being the legend that he is, said, you're buying Killer B off me straight away, first thing in the morning. You can have him for free. So thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. So as we kept hunting around Hall 3, I went over to a store called Toyacious, and I just asked the gentleman, could I do some filming for a video? He said, yes, of course. As I started filming, I noticed another Small Soldier sitting there, and this is one that I've never seen in person. This is Scratch It. It's literally a head and 2 long legs, but Scratch It is from the Small Soldiers 1998 line again, and he only came with a vehicle, so the power drill cycle was the only way you could get this guy. And I've never seen any of the Small Soldiers vehicles, and I've only ever seen this guy once on eBay in the past 5 years. So got a great deal for him and added another Small Soldiers. So I was picking up a few nice items for the collection straight off, and it only been there for what, 20 minutes. So it's still early bird. We're still trying to utilize that 1 hour before general admission comes flooding through the doors. And like I was saying, the 3 halls have given so much room. You've got so much space to really hunt around in that first hour now. So wanted to get through as many of the halls and as many of the stalls as possible before general admission came in. So we headed over to Hall 1, and what I noticed was a few of the vendors weren't in their normal location. They had shifted and they had moved just slightly. So it was nice to just stumble across new vendors. But a vendor that's always in the same location is my mate Deke from Freaky Deaky Toys. And Deke likes to have, he sells a lot of like horror figures and things like that. So he had a little basket full of boglins and monsters in my pocket, which he has all the time, and I love having a quick dig through there. I'm trying to collect the series 1 of monsters in my pocket. So Deke actually had one that I needed. So this is Cyclops. This is number 8 in the line, and I just love Cyclops. I think he's a cool mythological creature, and this puts me down to about 15, I think, monsters left out of the line. So I'm more than halfway. I'm at the tail end of it. It's getting a little bit harder, but I like to pick up at least 1 or 2, if I can find them at least, at each convention. I'm not buying these on eBay. It's only claim sales and conventions that I pick these guys up. So thank you, Deke. Another one added to the collection. I can tick him off. So to add to the monsters in the pocket that I found, I actually found this little pack of cards. So there were 8 monsters in my pocket cards, and I knew what these were straight away because Scott Crusher actually gifted me a couple of these cards back in the day. He gifted me Spring-Heeled Jack and the Skeleton card, and I just noticed there was a whole little pack there full of more of these monsters in my pocket cards, and these are going to just display like perfectly with the actual monster. So I love that Kraken one. That's a really cool one. But I also got these 2 other sort of puzzle building ones. They're actually stickers. So yeah, I'm on the hunt for the rest of these to build out the monsters in my pocket card collection. So while we're hunting around Haul 2, and I've said this many times in my videos, it's not just about the hunt. It's about meeting people, it's about hanging with the toy crew. So we went over to Toy Box Collectibles 2.0, where I got to meet the 2 gentlemen there, and they actually said that they've watched my content that I've been putting out, and that they've really enjoyed it and keep up the good work. So I really appreciate that. We had another gentleman walk past, and he just said, love your channel, and we actually stopped and had a chat with him as well, and he'd come up from Canberra. So we started talking about the Canberra Vintage Collectibles Centre. So you would have now seen my video on that beautiful shop that's down in Canberra that I love going to. So we all just hung out for a couple of minutes, just had a good chat about that and about what collecting meant for each of us. So it was really nice just to have that time to just break down our hobby and just have a bit of fun together. So appreciate meeting all of you guys and the shout outs you gave me. Thanks, guys. So on our way out of Hall 2, we wanted to head over to Hall 1. I just got sidetracked by 1 second because I saw a figure line that I hardly ever see again at conventions, and that is The Walking Dead. So I'm actually collecting The Walking Dead figures. I like to get them complete on box, but I am opening them just to use in a diorama piece that I'm making. So I'll show you just a little bit of that diorama piece that I've started with. But I love the zombie ones, and there was a charred zombie there, and I thought this is going to look fantastic. But later that day, I actually did notice that someone else was selling a lot of the Series 1 and Series 2 figures, which I do have a fair few of, so I wasn't looking at buying too many more. But one more Walking Dead figure in the collection and one for the diorama. So as 9:30 approached, general admission started coming through the door, and we hadn't even gotten to Hall 1 yet. So scooted around quickly to Hall 1, where we met up with my mate Tony B from Uncle T's Toys, and we had Carl from Retro Cartel Collectibles back at a convention. So it was good to see Carl, get a hug from him. Haven't seen you, mate, in probably 6 months in person. So good to see you back in the convention floor, selling, and had to pick up a few items from you, of course. So I picked up a few items from Carl, just a couple of Goosebump books to fill out my vintage Goosebump collection, and it wouldn't be a convention without picking up something Star Wars. So Kanan Jarrus from the Rebels, I picked up him. Now look, I'm not going for all the Star Wars figures. I know he's coming out in the vintage collection line, and I'll probably grab him there, but it was only $5, so I thought, yeah, why not grab him? I'll open him and I'll chuck him on the shelf. He'll just look good until I get around to that more articulated one. So Carl, again, good to see you, buddy. Thank you for bundling these up for me. So we ran into my good mate Adam, who is a fan of the channel and has just been a massive supporter in everything we do in this community. Adam was showing us a few of his pieces that he had picked up for the day, but he also had a few Toxic Crusaders figures that he was looking to trade with vendors. And I said, well, hey, I'll be happy to take one off your hands, because I didn't have this guy. So this is the 1991 Headbanger. So Adam actually had two of these. This one with a surfboard, which is the one I got, and then he had another one. Now Adam actually went through quickly and just showed me the different variants of this figure with the other one he had. So just have a look at this.
His head, eye colour, vein artery colour. Check the legs. One of them has a green sock, the other one doesn't. Check the shorts. They haven't got the prints. And the chest. His chest isn't painted yellow flesh colour here. He's wearing a t-shirt here. He's got a thing there. That's the difference, and it's irritating to me.
Blue vein, mate. Blue vein.
Exactly.
I like the blue vein one.
And that's the one I've got. I've got another one of it, and I kept the blue vein one.
So as you can see, I went with the blue veined one. I thought the blue vein and the blue chest was a better sculpt, and just made this Playmates figure pop even more. Like I said, has his surfboard. He's still not 100% complete, but Adam sold it to me, really good price, so added him to the collection. And I'm only going for these figures as a figure line. They're very expensive now complete. I'm not looking at doing that. I'd rather just get the figures in the set. I think I'm 2 away now from that complete set, and look, I might look at accessorizing them further down the track. But Adam, thank you for this. Congratulations again on the birth of your little girl, and I hope everything goes well, mate, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. So at this point of the day, I had picked up a few items and I was happy with what I had, so I was just sort of wandering around, just searching and having a little look for anything else that jumped out. A few of the toy crew had headed off for the day, but you would have noticed that a few of the toy crew couldn't make it. So Matt, Andrew from Keep On Collecting, and Scree, hope you're all doing well. Hope to see you at the next one. And while I was leaving Hall 1, I decided I'd go back over to Owens and just check to see if he had anything else that jumped out. And funnily enough, he had a few comic books, and they were the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Adventure comic books. So only that weekend before, I had made a list of my comic books from my childhood and wrote down the ones that I was missing. So I actually picked up 3 more that I was missing. I wouldn't have done that if I didn't have my list and know. So very happy to get them into the collection. So I left these guys to last, and I'm talking about 2 of the great guys at CollectorCon, Kai and Steve from Minnikin's Collectibles. Love having a chat with them. I always go there in the morning, just have a quick hello, how you doing? And then I head off, come back around, and I'll probably end up back there 2 or 3 more times, just rummaging through tubs of their loose figures and then looking over all their carded complete figures. But one thing I want to share with you is a box of TMNT vintage carded figures that they brought in and said, Dean, look at these, you're gonna be happy and impressed. They weren't for sale, they were just brought in to have a look at, and just guys, enjoy this footage. Wow, right? 1994 Shogun Warriors, complete in box. So had all the turtles, April, Splinter, Shredder, and that beautiful gold Raphael. All the rest had that beautiful silver, as you saw. Now these things, I don't remember on the hook. I know my dad said he never saw them on the hook back in the day. These things are hard to get. They're pricey to get, especially complete in box and in that condition. So it was just amazing to hold them just in my hands for a few seconds and just have a little look at them. So Kai, Steve, thank you for bringing them in and showing us boys those. Great piece for your collection. But it didn't stop there. So one of the pieces that I wanted to pick up from the boys at Minikin, and I had talked about it in my last CollectorCon video, and I didn't actually get around to picking it up, was one of these Micro Machine playsets from 1995. So this is the Stormtrooper head, and these open up and display. So this one displays the Death Star, and I just think these are wicked. I've been picking these up complete in box, sealed in box, and I do want to open them. I want to show them on a video and show all you guys what these look like, but I want to then display all the heads in a row. I think that'll just look wicked. So I grabbed one off the boys and I've added the Stormtrooper head into my collection. But I just wanted to say thank you to those guys again, not only for bringing the turtles in and letting us have a look at something so unique, but also just hooking us up, having a chat as always. It's always a pleasure with you two guys. Thank you, boys. So before we close out, I just want to go back to Uncle T's Toys, where Tony B had a box of Lord of the Rings figures set aside for me, and I have been collecting these figures for a little while now, so it was great to get a whole bunch more. Now these were pretty banged up and dirty and they're going to need a good bath, but I'm happy to do that, then add them into the collection. I'm only just going to show you a quick overview of them now because I want to work on a video that really goes into in-depth of that and my passion for Lord of the Rings as itself. But if you look at Saruman there, he's actually 12 inches big, so it just gives you the scale of this toy line when a Hobbit's only 3 inches. So it was really cool to get these figures into the collection, and I hope to have that video very soon for you guys. But CollectorCon Penrith was amazing once again. Having 3 hauls, fantastic. Thank you very much. Want to thank Amy for putting on the event and her team as always. The next CollectorCon is up in Newcastle. This is going to be a brand new location for us for the convention. So I can't wait to go up, have a look at what that region has to offer in the way of the toys and the hobby that we like to add to our collection. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the pickups, and I appreciate all your support. Until next time, stay well and happy hunting, guys.